Holito Chamawengapa. I just want to just make this quick illustration about how Republicans and Democrat, they both are liars. Okay, you can go to any place in America and buy alcohol, and it says right here, this is a right. This never passed Congress in 1865. They said it passed in 1917, but it didn't pass in 1865. So this is not an original amendment. But this is a right though. So you look here, it says that the sale of alcohol is prohibited. So you can drink as much alcohol as you want, but you can't decide on whether or not you don't want to take pills in order to survive on a health care plan. They force you to have Medicaid, they force you to have Medicare, but they don't force you to stop drinking. And this right here, it says it's prohibited. So they're actually not protecting your rights, they're actually denying you your rights. All right, because like if this says it's prohibited and this happened in 1917, there's not supposed to be liquor stores in your community. You're not supposed to be able to buy intoxicating liquors. And see, they get away with this every time. They try to run off the ticket. Well, Republicans don't want you to abort. Well, Democrats, they want you to abort. Both of them are in the same pillow. They both uncomfortable. Because when you look at it, they both want you on pills. Either to stop the baby from being aborted or to abort the baby. They want you on pills. I fought like hell to like try to get away from these organizations that deal with mental health. Because like that's been a mandate in Detroit for a while, since 2016. I came back from Minnesota in 2016 and I ended up in a involuntary hospital for hospitalization because I end up dozing off at a train station because I was tired just working all the time. But I end up dozing off and they end up saying I was incapacitated. So they basically handcuffed me, took me to a hospital, took my clothes, took my belongings, transported me to another hospital, and I had to stay there for 2 weeks. And they forced me, they basically threw me to the ground because I refused to take their medication. They threw me to the ground. They did all this. And like I explained all of this to the UN. I explained all this to President Biden and President VP Harris. I explained all of this to pretty much every organizing body that deals with rights and public laws. And like no one was able to help me. Like I'm still dealing with this to this day where like I have to take a shot once a month because they got this thing where if you've been involuntary hospitalized in Detroit, you have to take a shot once a month in order to stay up to date on your mental health. And it's like a long-acting injection shot. And like I disagree with it because like it has side effects. Like I end up having a rash breakout on my hand because of it. So like when you look at this article right here, this is telling you that from the original government, this is not even in the Iroquois Constitution. This lets you know that the Iroquois people were living better than we are living right now. Like they didn't have problem with alcohol. Like it doesn't say anything about having a alcohol tax in the Iroquois Constitution. Like you talking about a governing body that's right, doing the right thing the right way. It's the Iroquois. It's definitely the Iroquois, the confederacies between the Mohawk and the Onondaga. This is unfortunate, man, because like we can't have politicians telling us what we can put in our bodies and what we can't. And they're doing this right now. They're getting away with it. So I want you all to look at this and like take this in and like digest what I just said. Run it back if you have to, because like I don't want people to end up in a situation that I ended up in. Detroit, they're running basically a rogue government, man. They're experimenting on people with these injections. And I want to get this information out as much as possible because like intoxicating alcohol and liquors and stuff like that, they should be prohibited. Such as the poison pill too, they should be prohibited. It doesn't take a representative going to a senator and asking them to sign it so it can get to the president. It doesn't take that. So like you just have 4 years and 8 years of the same rhetoric where they're saying we're going to do this and do that and nothing gets done. So these people are just bringing up memories, and like, we don't want memories, man. We did the Trail of Tears. We don't want to have to do the Trail of Tears again. And so we're going through this now, and we went through this 4 years ago. It's the same mess. So like, I don't want people to end up in this situation though. But like, read this article over, man, and like really digest it and see what it means. Cause like, alcohol is prohibited. Pills should be prohibited. You're talking about the crisis that we're dealing with in America right now. This is a Bill of Rights, and it was repealed in 1933, but this was never a law. This was always a right. So this happened in 1917, and they repealed it in 1933. Like, who's the president in 1933? Was it Franklin D. Roosevelt, Woodrow Wilson, or somebody? Like, this wasn't supposed to happen. And just that's why I always say, look at these people the way they look. You know what I'm saying? Like, the same thing happening right now. You got a white president in office. It's the same thing right now. It's always been white males. And then now they finna let the Bruni class rule. The Bruni class is really going to be hard on blacks. So like, you think we're getting wiped out right now? We're really going to get wiped out. Yokaki.